If you want to hear about the update and how to do the update, skip to near the end. Or just watch till near the end, just letting you know. Hello, this is Bob's1, and this mod is the Scorch from Fallout 76, and you're also seeing the Scorched Gear, Fallout 76 inspired. Now, what you're seeing at the moment is me crafting the items. They cost caps. You only have to craft the items in the standalone version, Scorched Gear, Fallout 76 inspired. The reason being is otherwise you wouldn't be able to find them, because there's no Scorched in that version. They're in mines, as you can see. You can craft the base outfit, the heavy armor, and the free weapons included. You can do that at any chem station via the mines menu. This video does go on a little bit, but you do get in-depth look at the new mod / the updates. If you want to know how to do the updates / info on the updates, stay around to the end. They're all very bony and looks. I'll get to them in a minute. What you're seeing at the moment is me trying to point out that there is a Fallout 76 logo on each of the Fallout 76 ones. Well, not all of them, but a lot of the inspired ones. This one has a star. One thing I'd like to quickly point out though is that wearing a Pip-Boy you can't actually see Fallout 76. It is inverted / aka upside down. Not upside down, it's backwards, but still. That is just due to the way that the textures are made. And hell, if I was smarter I would have done it backwards. Might get an update one day to make it backwards, but that's them on the shelves. These are the coats, like the base coats, at the front. That box is not added, that is just a box of a bunch of gear which I put in there. You can see each of them. We've got Charleston Fire Department, Flatwoods, Grafton Monster, Mothman, and then we've got a West Virginia, the West Virginian emblem. Well, technically it's their flag, but you know, I think I go into more detail on them in the next little footage of them, but yeah, that's what you're seeing at the moment is the heavy versions. That's them together. As you can see, this is the knife. It has spikes in it. Bone handle, because you know, scorched. They're intelligent enough to make weapons. They'd make weapons out of what they find. They find a lot of bones, they kill. We've got a machete, bone handle. This one has a screwdriver in it. Granted, they didn't need that little bit of extra stuff, but artistic liberty. We've got the axe. Now we've got 2 railroad spikes sticking it into the bone. And we've got like a little, technically it's a spine going on the top, but if you want to get technical, otherwise just think of it as a fancy bone. Now when you craft the sacred version of the, what's it called? Machete, you're going to notice that it's going to be a legendary is what I was going to say. Now, Mothman Museum, that is going to be a place. Grafton Monster, going to be a thing. That's just filler. Flatwoods, going to be a place. Charleston Fire Department, going to be a place. The West Virginian emblem / it's actually their flag. Whatever you want to call it, that is going to be in the game, definitely. In Fallout 76. China, why not? China's been in all of them. Zaytans, you love them and you want them to be in there. Scorched was a little joke of them making their own clothes with their own face on it. It's a joke. While these just go in the background just showing you, I'll tell you quickly, the line is starts off with the base coats, which you just saw. These are the heavy, then you see the medium afterwards. They're all randomized spawning, which you can see at the end when they just spawn on them. But yeah, you can wear them with other bits of gear because of the fact that I separated them. It wasn't done for that reason, it was done actually because of problems, but still. But yeah, so as I was saying, with the Grafton Monster and the Mothman logos, I made them personally. Might be why they look crappy in some people's mind, but that just wanted to point that out. I made those ones personally. I made all these little textures personally, but just wanted to, well, not all, some of the pictures I didn't make, which is evident in the one that I just said was filler. That's a texture I got from another place, which will all be documented in the description, if anyone's wondering. By description, I mean in the Nexus mod / Bethesda when I port it. Might take a little bit to port. But yeah, you can see there's a fire, there's mosaics, there's colourful one, rainbow, there's a tiger one. There's some dark ones and some bright ones. There's a fire, there's a space one. A lot of them match like other ones, but there's also those extra ones you can have. What you're seeing at the moment is me crafting some of the upgrades. As you can see, the knife has visual upgrades of the blades. Stealth blade is just a black blade. It's just, I didn't make any new upgrades, they're just the ones that go on the standard machete and the knife. There's also a DPS upgrade, which can go pretty through the roof, just to make them relevant at any point of the game. As you can see, there is a legendary slot for all of them. The axe does not have visual upgrades because it just doesn't have visual upgrades because they would have been too hard to make and it would have taken longer. Granted, it could have been done, but as I said, it would have taken longer. I want to get this mod out because I have to port it as well to PC. But yeah, there's no visual upgrades to the axe, but the axe was done because in the trailer you can see them using axes, sword, machete type things, and daggers. So I wanted to kind of hit those 3 points. You can also see them using guns, hence why they use guns, and they'll have them. The gear is a bit of fun. Granted, I don't think they'd ever wear them, and in the trailer you can definitely see they don't wear them. It was more just because Fallout 76 places. I tried to do Scorched Gear, but I had a few problems, so I abandoned that. Just letting you know. But what you just saw me was crafting the armor, which as you can see has legendary slots, weaves, and a texture thing. I'll try to put in the description at some point, like I'll update it saying how many colours are added in total. Well, not colours, textures. Patterns, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, as you can see, you can put legendaries on them and you put weaves on them. Why I add me crafting them and stuff instead of just telling you how to craft them is because sometimes people say, how do you do it? It's like, okay, it's in the video, I've explained. Now, as you can see, they can go together or you can separate them. I don't think I have any footage of me separating them. I did, but I cut it out because this video was originally like 27 minutes. So yeah, I cut it down. Now what you're seeing is me spawning them, and they're fighting each other because they're two different factions. Think of goblins in Oblivion and Skyrim, how they'd fight each other because they were different fractions of goblins. Same race but different fractions. Think of it like that, because they're smart enough to have weapons and use them and all that. I think that they're smart enough to have different fractions. I might change their names in a future one, so that way you got two different unique fractions distinctively by name, but Not really sure at the moment, but yeah, as you can see, you got the cool blood effect on all of the weapons. But yeah, so as I was going to say though, about the updating. Now, if you're going to update this mod, for the full replaces, you're going to need a new game. Save game. That I'm sorry about, I've tried, there is no way around it. You're going to need to do a new save game if you want to use the replaces updated. Otherwise, all raiders and ghouls will turn into cockroaches. Yeah, I did some testing. It was not pretty. But good news on all you people just using the main folder, because you can actually just use just update it. You don't need a new save or anything, just update it, you'll be fine. That being said, I do highly suggest to actually uninstall the mod first and then update it. The reason being is because I actually took out some textures and stuff from the last one, so you'll have some extra folders slash extra files which you don't need. So if you want to get rid of them, if you do an uninstall, that'll get rid of them, then you just reinstall the new update. But you don't have to, you can just update it straight away and it will be fine. But as I said, as for the replaces, you are going to need a new save game. That I'm very sorry about, but you will need a new save game if you want to use those replaces for the update. But that was same without the update. But for that, if you're going to update it, you need a new save game. You've been warned, you will get a whole thing full of rad roaches. 2 fractions of rad roaches. Not pretty. I've let you know though. Just if you're going to use that, new save game. This has been Bob's1. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy the mods. I say mods because there's 2. See ya.